26. There shall nothing cast their young, but nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. I want to
Went to
start
the
off by
abortion
giving
clinic.
all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Racha Kodash. And double honor to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well in peace. And salutations to the elect that scattered across the four corners of the planet Earth, pushing His truth and sincerity and meekness without wavering, as well as risking their life for freedom to do so, as commanded by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Aisha Yard from the GMS Cleveland Church, and I'm back with another lesson. And Lord willing, it is edifying to one of the Lord's elect. Right, and I'm going to play this video, and as you see, it says ban after 13 abort missions. Okay, abort missions. Okay, so this is the state that Esau has our women in, which are women, talking about the so-called Negro, Latino, Seminole, and Native American Indian woman. They have set up a abort missions center in our neighborhoods to stop the growth of our nation. Okay, you stop the growth of our nation by deleting the child, or the male child, that is. Remember in Egypt, what did Pharaoh do? He slayed all the male children. Okay, what did Herod the Great do? He did the same thing. He slayed all the male children. Why? Because the male, the male, okay, he continues the legacy of a nation. He continues the growth of a nation. Why? Because the man has the seed. The man has the life inside of him. Okay, and they know. Okay, through repopulation, the Israelites. Okay, what did Pharaoh say? Unless they can, they multiply and they outnumber us, and pretty much they were nervous because the Israelites kept growing rapidly, man. And that's what Esau Edom is afraid of, man, of being outnumbered by Israel in their own country. And it has happened. Okay, our seed, Abraham's seed, will be as the stars of the sky and the sands of the sea. Okay, but the so-called black woman, she's playing the right hand to Esau Edom. She's the one keeping the Israelite nation back, if you might say. Okay, and then again, these abort missions that these women be doing. Okay, they're kind of stopping those mistress women bringing forth monsters, right? They're actually stopping from bringing forth monsters, man, by having abort missions. Okay, because the children that these women have now, these little niggas are out of order, and these little bitches too, man. So imagine if the so-called black woman didn't have the ability to have abort missions. It'd be way. I don't know how, if it'll be worse or not, man. But how more worse can it get if she's having children out here that she's not even raising properly? Okay, but nevertheless, when you read Exodus 23 and 26, once again it says, "There shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill," right? Because that's a commandment. We are to be fruitful and multiply. Okay, when you go into that nothing cast their young, one of the words is abort missions. Okay, see, that is a law for our women to not do that. Okay, but what does Esau do? Through Margaret Sanger, they set up these buildings where they go, the so-called black woman and Israelite woman, and not only them, but the heathens too. They go to these buildings and they get the mission aborted. Okay, but little do they know, it's really a sacrifice. You're sacrificing your child to Esau Edom's gods, Molech. Okay, all his other gods, deity, but all the satanic deities that he worships. You're sacrificing your children to their gods, man. And then you know, the what you call it files came out, the Mepstein files done came out, and they show you, they're telling you what they do to these children that's trafficked and or that's already been deleted. You see, and I'm not gonna get too much insight on that the Mepstein files, because it's very graphic, man. All right, it's showing you that the scriptures are they're faithful and true. They're on point, man. Because what they're doing in these days, they were doing in the ancient days, man. See, nothing new was under the sun. All right, so let's play this.
Went to the abortion clinic 13 times.
Yes, I remember I had to use one of my cousin's IDs to go get my last one. Then I was like, I ain't going back.
They won't let you come back in?
After a certain amount of times in the city, they were, hell no. Gonna send us to jail. Everybody in here, she just keep coming back.
So that's your miracle baby, in a sense of you like, I'm finna just have it.
The year before I got pregnant with my son, I had got pregnant and we was gonna keep a baby. And I miscarried.
Got you.
At like 7 months, I miscarried.
You see, so I know she had brought up the word miscarry. That's also in the scripture in the same verse. One of the definitions for cast her young is also miscarry. See, that's the curse. Okay, for you not to have a child, you be pregnant and then the child doesn't come, that's a curse. Okay. So, I can't really hear much. Okay, but these women are proud to do things like that, man. That's why it was a picture that said so-called black women lead in the demographics of abort missions, man. Like by 47%, they 47% of black, I ain't gonna say 47% of so-called black women, but 47% of people, women that get those abort missions are so-called black women, showing you that so-called black woman hates the Israelite male. She's not deleting a little girl. You see, she's gonna raise that little girl. It's the little boy that she doesn't want to raise. Okay, on her own. Okay, and if she does raise him on her own, he turns out to be a super effeminate or just a super YN, man. You see, this is why the Lord is going to bring Isaiah 4:1 into place. Okay, because 7 women will take hold of a man. Okay, which means just any amount of number. Okay, the Lord can give you any amount from 1 to 1,000,000. Okay, 7 just means completion. Okay, he's going to restore. When he does that, he's going to restore. Okay, the Lord is going to restore order. Okay, when shit really hits the fan, because these women are going to submit. Okay, and be subjective to the Israelite man, all Israelite man. But we speaking about the elect. Okay, they're going to be submissive to the Israelite man. Okay, because why? Especially the elect of the nation of Israel, because why? She's going to see that the Lord is dealing with him. He's austere. He's holding his composure. He knows what he's talking about. He's in the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. See, this is why there's no male in the homes, because the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah is not in these men. Okay. Yeah, your woman might give you hell and shit. Your woman know the truth. She know what you into. She might give you hell, but majority of the time she ain't going nowhere, because why? She know you right. You see? See, a lot of these women, okay, they believe they're right. Okay, they believe their way of life is right. How they go about things is, nothing's wrong with it. They don't see anything wrong with, deleting their child multiple times. Banned after 13. You see, and that number is a satanic number, man. Okay, why after 13? And best believe, out of those 13 deleted missions, aborted missions, there was probably multiple partners. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say probably, it was multiple partners, man. See, the Lord has to come and restore order to the nation of Israel, man, because you so-called black women are completely out of it, man. You see, and they're going to raise their children, these little girls, to continue to do the same thing, man. This is why Yahweh Shai is going to come back and destroy the United States of America, man. All right? So, let's see the cross references, right? Deuteronomy 7:14, thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you or among your cattle. Right. None shall be barren among us, meaning empty, man. Hey, for you Israelite men that don't have children, that's a curse, man. Okay, that's actually a curse, but in this society, you can consider it a blessing, because in this society, your child's not really a child. That's why it's called parent. You're renting your child, okay, from the government, you see. But we supposed to have, okay, children, okay, and we're supposed to be fruitful and multiply, man. See, this is in the blessings of Deuteronomy 28:4. It says, "Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep." So the point is what? The fruit of thy body, man. Okay? But we know when you read 15 on down, you know, it says, "Curse shall be the fruit of thy body," man. So we're in that stage, okay? Just look at our women. 13 aborted missions, man. That should be a fucking crime, man. That's murder, man. This bitch is a 13-time capital murder offender, man. You see? But what does Esau do? He gives her the right to go and do it, man. You see? He's aiding and embedding in capital murder. And this is why we're bringing up charges against you, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Because you're playing, you're the one that's playing the significant part in the plight of the nation of Israel, man. This is the book. Well, that's, you know, I was thinking of something else. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. You know, the so-called black woman she's through, man. And let's check out these comments. It says the Jezebel spirit is running rampant in the world. Shaking my head. 13 baby hats is crazy. Trifling. Just smacking away and proud. It says just wear a condom. Right. Right. And she says she's probably telling niggas that she's allergic to condoms, and they be like, okay, yeah, that's trifling, man. That's sick. And you women shouldn't be sleeping around with multiple men unless you're a fucking prostitute, a harlot, man. Okay? If you ain't one of those, get you a fucking man. If you burning, get you a fucking man, like the scriptures say in 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter. It says we can only imagine how much trauma a lot of women carry around day to day that's brought upon themselves. She's not a victim. She's a very bad person. It says that they created self-inflicted. Right. Well, ain't nobody feeling bad for that bitch, man. She did it upon herself. This is what modern day feminism breeds today. And that's true. Feminism breeds you. Women can do whatever they want and they don't have to feel bad about it. No accountability. That's feminism. Okay? Women are never wrong. I have the right to do whatever I want. It's my body, my choice. Right? That's what they believe. It says curse culture. And it was so beautiful before. Right. Right, man. That's why the scriptures call us the degenerate vine. Right? The degenerate vine, man. All right? Talking about the nation of Israel. Degenerate means low or fallen from nobility, roughly paraphrasing, man. Our people are truly at the bottom. Okay? Our people are truly at the fucking bottom. Nobody fits these curses but our people, man. Okay? Only our people fit these curses, man. Nobody else. Alright? So I ain't gonna beat a dead horse. You know, Lord willing, this is edifying to one of the Lord's elect. Just proof that we are the Israelites. Okay? And the so-called black woman, she has a special judgment waiting on her. Because how many of these aborted missions that you women go on, how many of them are male children? You see, the Lord has, you can't just get away scot-free from breaking Yahweh Shemi Shah's law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right, so I'm going to close out. The Lord willing, is edifying to one of the Lord's elect. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash, and double honor to my teachers, the head apostles, and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Kwan Yasharallah Shalom, Wa Abba Babal.